Welcome to Hidden Business Risk. I'm Dan Butler. Today, referral fallout, when a friendly handshake deal to send leads your way quietly becomes a much bigger problem. We're going to unpack the small, repeatable mistakes that eat margins, create tax headaches, and sometimes cost you the client itself. Joining me, Jessica Mays, business attorney who speaks plain English about messy contracts, and Eddie Klein, who keeps partner data and payments from turning into chaos. Jessica, Eddie, great to have you.
Thanks, Dan. Glad to be here. This is one of those topics that seems harmless until you look at a month's worth of emails and realize the promises never matched the paperwork.
Hey, good to be back. I spend a lot of my week untangling how a referral actually got credited, and it's almost always a human process that should have been a tiny system.
Hook, quick story. A client I worked with relied on a single agency to funnel leads. They had a verbal agreement. Agency sends leads, client pays commission on closed deals. 1 month, a big deal closed, and the agency expected a 6-figure commission. The client had no proof of origination, no tracking code, no signed referral form. The agency got pushback. Emails turned personal. The client lost a customer that week, not because of the money, but because the customer got caught in the middle and lost trust. That's the real cost. The customer leaves, the paper trail disappears, and 6 figures of what if becomes a pain you live with.
That story is so familiar. What's invisible in that anecdote is the taxonomy of failure. Missing triggers, meaning when does a referral actually become payable? Delayed payments that create incentive to claim old leads, unclear data sharing that breaches privacy promises, and ambiguous IP or co-branded deliverables that confuse ownership. Each of those is small on its own, but together they compound.
And tech-wise, missing trigger usually maps to no immutable event captured. No referral code, no time-stamped claim, nothing in the CRM that ties the lead to the partner. So recovery becomes a he-said, she-said exercise. Fixes can be low friction, though. Referral codes, a partner portal with a simple claim form, or even a webhook from a landing page to a spreadsheet. Small engineering footprint, big reduction in drama.
Great. That's our topic setup. For the next chunk, I want to look at this through a revenue lens, how attribution, payment cadence, and late payments leak margin. Then Jessica will dig legal fixes, and Eddie, you'll show lightweight tech controls. Ready? Revenue lens. I see 3 mechanics that quietly kill margin. 1, misattribution. If you can't prove the partner brought the customer, you either pay for leads you didn't get or you spend time litigating trust. 2, payment cadence mismatches. Partners expect commission on invoice. You want payment on cash received, and suddenly bookkeeping is a mess. 3, perverse incentives. If a partner gets a commission on referral alone, they might refer low-fit leads just to hit volume. Track 2 simple metrics immediately: referral-led close-won rate and days to commission pay. If your referred deals convert materially worse, stop and investigate. If days to commission pay is over 60, you're creating friction that makes partners aggressive with claims.
Dan, that's spot on. From a contracts perspective, define the trigger. Be specific about what referral means. Is it a lead? An introduction? A signed contract? The language you choose changes tax, agency credentials, and payment obligations. Also, be explicit about timing. Payment upon invoice, payment upon cash, or payment on milestone. Each choice has consequences for revenue recognition and potential tax reporting. And build in a simple dispute path. Claim within 30 days with supporting evidence, otherwise it's closed.
On the technical side, enable that supporting evidence with minimal lift. Give every partner a unique referral code or tracking URL. When a lead comes in, capture the code, the timestamp, and the source in your CRM. If you're using a form, have it pushed to a spreadsheet or Zapier to create a time-stamped record. Use payment rails that can invoice per referral, or aggregate monthly with a reconciliation file. For very small shops, a shared Google Sheet with automated entry is better than no data at all.
Jessica, you mentioned tax and agency questions. Walk us through the clauses that make the most different in a short partnership addendum.
Absolutely. Keep an addendum short but precise. Key clauses: definition of referral trigger, what constitutes a payable referral, payment terms, timing and currency, proof and dispute process, what evidence is acceptable and how long someone has to claim, termination for cause and for convenience, including what happens to outstanding claims, IP and co-branding terms, who owns what if you build something together, and a tax clause, who is responsible for issuing 1099s or equivalent, and whether the partner is an independent contractor or acting as an agent. Finally, confidentiality and data handling. Specify allowed uses and require consent if personal data is exchanged.
On data handling, don't overbuild. Ask for partner consent on a simple onboarding form. I agree that I may transfer leads to company X and receive commissions per the addendum. Store that consent with a timestamp. Limit the data you share. Email and name might be enough. Don't share full PII unless necessary. If you must share more, use a password-protected link or a partner portal. Small teams can use tools like secure file links or third-party partner platforms that minimize custom work.
Okay, so we have legal language and a few low-friction tech controls. Next, triage. You can't fix every partner at once. How do we prioritize fixes by dollar exposure, customer impact, and ease of remediation?
Start by scoring partners on 3 axes: estimated annual commission exposure, number of overlapping customers or co-branded accounts, that's customer impact, and technical friction to fix, from spreadsheet level to full API integration. Plot them: high exposure, high impact, low friction. Fix those first. Medium exposure but high customer impact is next. Low exposure, high friction can wait, but don't ignore it forever.
I would add a 4th quick check: reputational risk. If a partner is very visible or public-facing, even a small problem can blow up. Also, assign owners. Have someone, a channel manager, operations lead, or even you for small firms, who owns the fix and the timeline. No owner, no fix.
Good rule. If it can blow up a customer relationship or your brand, move it up the list. Now the part listeners asked for, a 30-day playbook. Jessica, Eddie, what does day 0 through day 30 look like in practical steps?
Day 0. Gather the top 5 partner agreements or email threads, anything that functions as an agreement. Day 2 to 5. Run a quick red line checklist against our template addendum. Do they define trigger, payment timing, dispute window, tax responsibility, and data handling? Mark any that are missing. Day 6 to 12. Send a friendly outreach to each partner attaching the short addendum and a 1-paragraph explanation of why you're tightening up the process. Emphasize fairness and speed, not blame. Use one of 3 scripts: onboarding, late payment, or scope change. Day 13 to 20. Collect signed addenda and capture partner consent in your CRM or a spreadsheet. Day 21 to 30. Implement basic tracking, unique referral codes, a shared reconciliation file, and a 30-day cadence for paying small aggregated commissions. Review results and schedule owner for monthly reconciliation.
To add specifics, for tracking, generate partner codes today. Put them on any landing pages or forms, or ask partners to include the code when they pass leads. Automate capture to a single spreadsheet if you don't have a CRM integration. For payment rails, set up a recurring invoice cycle, weekly or monthly, and a reconciliation column where you mark dispute open/closed. If you're uncomfortable building this, consider a low-cost partner platform or outsource reconciliation to a bookkeeper for a couple of hours a month.
And the 3 exact scripts we promised. Give them as short, repeatable snippets. Onboarding script: thanks for partnering. Please sign this short addendum so we can ensure you get credited promptly. It defines referrals, payment timing, and a quick dispute process. Late payment script: we value the referral. We haven't received the required documentation to process payment. Please reply with the referral code and date within 10 days, or we'll close the claim. Scope change script: this referral appears to involve additional services. Let's confirm scope and how that affects commission. Use those verbatim. They're neutral, clear, and keep relationships intact.
And a final point on templates. They are starting points. Important deals or high-dollar relationships deserve tailored language and lawyer review. We repeat this because I don't want anyone to rely on a template for huge strategic partnerships. That's when you get bespoke terms and sometimes different tax treatment.
Rapid scenarios time. 3 quick applications. Scenario 1, an affiliate network where payments are volume-driven and you see bot-driven signups. Triage, tighten attribution with unique tracking links. cap commission for first sale pending verification, and require KYC for big affiliates. Scenario 2. An agency that introduces leads and claims 20% commission. They want commission on MRR and one-off projects. Triage, define what counts, first paid invoice only or lifetime value with a capped period. Scenario 3. A reseller doing co-branded services who is also using your IP. Triage, sign an IP assignment or license and make payment terms clear, and consider indemnities if they market aggressively.
For that affiliate bot problem, put simple fraud checks in place. Email verification, phone confirmation, or threshold-based manual review. For agency claims, put a referral acceptance checklist in your onboarding pocket so the lead is accepted into your funnel with a time-stamped note. For reseller IP, version control your deliverables and require branded templates to be approved before use.
And remember disclosure and tax boxes. If you pay independent contractors, document that relationship. If someone acts as an agent in negotiating on your behalf, that could change your obligations. Those are the knobs that, if set wrong, create extra filings or unexpected liability.
We promised a referral addendum template walkthrough. The short version: title, parties, definition of referral, payment terms, documentation required, dispute timeline, confidentiality/data handling, tax responsibilities, termination, and signatures. 1 page. Keep it readable. Resist legalese that hides obligations. Clarity protects relationships.
One more practical tip: when you send an addendum, add a friendly line that says, "If you'd prefer a phone call, I'll walk through the changes in 5 minutes." People respond better to a human touch, and that preserves the relationship while you get documentation in place.
All right, closing recap. We walked through the real cost of informal partner deals, a revenue checklist to spot margin leakage, legal clauses that actually matter, technical fixes you can implement with almost no engineering, a prioritized triage approach, and a 30-day playbook with 3 scripts and an addendum. If you do nothing else, create a single referral code for partners, attach a 1-page addendum, assign an owner, and run a 5-partner audit. It protects cash and customers.
And remember, templates are starting points. For material partnerships, loop in counsel and a tax advisor. We're giving you triage, not final counsel.
If you want a low-effort tech option, drop me a note through the Partner Kit resources, but start with codes and a shared reconciliation sheet. It will save you more time than you think.
Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Addie. If you want the Partner Safety Kit, the 30-day checklist, the 3 scripts, and the 1-page referral addendum we discussed, go to hiddenbusinessrisk.com/partnerkit. There's also a place to anonymously submit an agreement if you want us to review wording and give notes on risk without naming names. Do that. Get a fresh set of eyes before a small problem becomes expensive.
One last note. When you post an agreement for review, remove names and financial details. We'll look at structure and wording, not your PII.
And if you try a tech trick and it trips a privacy concern, pause and ask for help. Better to be cautious than reactive.
That's it for this episode of Hidden Business Risk. Go to hiddenbusinessrisk.com/partnerkit and start the 5-part audit. We'll be back with another short briefing on everyday blind spots. Until then, keep the paperwork simple and the incentives aligned.